welcome back, you lovely viewers, to this, the FIFA 17 Manchester United Storyline Career Mode. Yes, you guys went ahead and voted, and storylines are here to stay. And if that doesn't get your nipples hard, I don't know what will. Can I get 100 likes? We have been a little bit away from 100 likes in the last couple episodes. Smush it all the way up, back up, show the love. Although I will say I'm probably going to be modifying it a little bit, probably alternating, just so that I can get more of these episodes out. So there's going to be episodes with storylines and some without. But have no fear, when the big storylines are coming up, there will be a cutscene. Now, guys, I want to say thank you. I want to take this opportunity to say thankful and how grateful I am to have this audience. We're growing quite well. We just passed over 19,000 in the Weirdo Army. And I asked you in the last episode, can I get some love? Can I get some love? I need it because I got a big job interview coming up. And the comments, guys, the comments that came in, I'm going to do a comment showcase at the end of the episode. But I read them right before the job interview, and it just warmed me, man. I just want to say thank you. And it's giving back. Here's a cutscene.
Jose.
Yes. Jose, you're up against Arsene Wenger. It's no secret the history between you two. Will the cup atmosphere intensify your rivalry? No. There is no rivalry. I am the special one. He is a specialist in failure. A specialist in failure? Last time I checked, you were the one who failed twice in London. Well, I am still here. Wenger, what are you doing here? You talk so much shit behind my back at these press conferences. I thought, why not show up so you can talk shit to my fish? Fun. Have a seat so I can school you like I school you on the pitch. Oh! Now, maybe you should go to school on transfers. 100 million on a dab merchant and a 35-year-old Swede who cannot score anymore. Jose, I think you're losing your touch. At least I spend money. You bring in transfers as often as you win the league. Not often. Oh, shit! Oui, but when I do win the league, I am like Ronaldo choosing a girlfriend. Absolute perfection. If by Ronaldo you mean fat Ronaldo, I can see it, since both of you are living in the past. Snap! Then let us look toward the future. How about a wager on the game? Bring it on, you French pussy. Fun. Loser must transfer a player of the winner's choosing. What do you think of that, pussy? You want to put our players on the line? Oui? Are you sure? Because if my memory serves me right, last time you sold us a player, we won the league. Thank you for that. All I know is that Anthony Martial will look lovely in an Arsenal kit. Okay? See you on the pitch then. Oui. See you there.
We got a pink slip match, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. The winner of this, I'm putting it on the line, Anthony Martial. I had this plot in my head before I recorded this game. So this is how it goes. Whoever wins this match, they get to snipe, or basically it's pink slips, they get to snipe a player from the other side. The transfer window is right around the corner. We're about 1 or 2 episodes away from that. So we're going to have to hold on to our butts right here. I know. It's not the most realistic for all you guys who are about to cry out. But hell, this isn't a realistic career mode, guys. We had Zlatan karate kick, freaking earlier. We had Rooney turn into an ogre. That's what I'm talking about. This career mode's more about entertainment value. So we're going to do pink slips. No matter what happens in this one, we're either going to lose a player or gain a player. So I'd very much rather gain a player. And there we go. This is a good way to get a win. Early on, Jonathan Tah flying in there, tackles Alexis Sanchez. Looks like probably like a bruised elbow or shoulder. And we're going to go ahead and sub out one of the main threats. Theo Walcott, still pretty deadly, but not quite as tricky and as strong as Alexis Sanchez. But that made no difference for Ozil. Maybe a possible new Manchester United player. or will we be giving away Anthony Martial? You know that Arsene Wenger wants his fellow Frenchman on that side. Can you imagine? He wants the next Thierry Henry. Now Hummingson in beautiful position, and check, can we get onto it? But we cannot. Debuchy just does enough to scramble that away, and the first 90 in this match, nothing is going on. We're going to have to go to extra time. This is the EFL Cup. No, my goodness. Now Ozil onto it, flips it, beautiful. No one is marking him, but Giroud probably had a better opportunity. Could have taken another step or two. Honda going over, playing it to his fellow Asian. Hummingson, another great opportunity, and once again denied from the big man with the helmet between the sticks. And this is going to be settled. Another portion of extra time. Anthony Martial now coming in for the final period. Can he be the one to make the difference? He's the one. I thought, why not go ahead, get him in, let him decide his fate. Will he be doing anything else? Fosu Mensah playing a little 1-2 with Honda. Back to Fosu Mensah. And the true Mensah was Peter Cech in there. He was not getting beat. Flown into the middle. Martial. And once again, Cech rises to the occasion. 120 minutes have passed, and it is still 0-0. We'll be settling this on the most cruelest of ways. Penalties. Penalties to decide who stays and who leaves. And Giroud leading it off with a cheeky chip, but it bounces off. Pogba steps up first, going with a little bit of the jog. Up right corners. And look at it. They were just going for the cheeky chips. Arsenal wanted to freaking humiliate me. And a diving kick save. David De Gea coming up big now. Hummingson cannot even score. He has been a huge disappointment since coming over. And finally getting Arsenal onto it. And who else but Anthony Martial steps up. If he scores, we win. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. David De Gea getting hype. And of course it had to be Anthony Martial. It had to be him. He was the player on the line from our side. And he goes ahead and scores the winning goal in the penalty shootout. I think Martial wants to stay. I think he fancies to stay over here in Manchester. As you can see, we have the possession, but Arsenal living up to the name. 12 shots, 6 shots on target. We only had 4. It was an ugly match. It was back and forth. It was exciting, but neither, David De Gea and Cech were extremely fierce, extremely strong. And look who we have next. 2 legs in the semis versus freaking Manchester City. We just can't escape them. We just cannot freaking escape them. So that means we get to go ahead and pick up one of their players. Who do you guys think we should pick up? If you think it's unrealistic, I'm also going to give you that suggestion. Because I'm just spitballing out here. I want to bring you something different in career mode, guys. There's a lot of, the same career modes out there. There's a lot of Manchester United career modes out there. I want to bring you something fresh. And you saw that I was doing something a little bit sneaky. I'll reiterate on that tactic a little bit later. But you can see I was playing this kind of weird formation. What I do is I'm going to play, I was just experimenting, tinkering, if you will. I put Zlatan in at the striker, kind of at a shadow striker or a center forward position. And I put him on target man, and then I play Rashford or Martial up top, and I put him on get in behind. Now here's the trick. I tell the pacier player, Martial or Rashford, to drift wide, while I tell Zlatan to stick in the middle, stay central. And what it kind of does is it creates a more, not artificial, but it creates a nice little tactic where they actually make runs off of each other. At least that was the idea. Morales going ahead and getting into this, but I'm going to ask you guys right here at the start of this match, can we get something going on? Who do you think? We did win up against Arsenal. Who should we be bringing in? I'm thinking Hector Bellerin. We need a right back, guys. We need a right back. Alexis Sanchez, he's hurt, but we couldn't use another winger. Ozil is the big, he's the big fish at the end of the rainbow. Or do we take pity on them and bring in no one? Those are your short choices. Go ahead, choose right now. Because Anthony Martial, looking all predatory. He's like, he hasn't scored in a while. Why not go ahead, get another chance? And he's this close, man. He's this freaking close, but he could just not pull it away. Now, look at Everton. Beautiful 1-2 stuff from David De Gea. Big boy save. Now Ibrahimovic, just what I'm talking about, playing in the target man position. Julian Draxler going ahead to the inside, puts it, for the cheeky chips. That close, but Stecklenburg, he's like 6 freaking 13 in height. Look at this, using all of that big boy frame, knocking it over the crossbar. That close, yet to hit a cheeky chip in this freaking career mode. And it wasn't going to happen. It just wasn't going to happen in that first half. 0-0 once again. Story as old as time. There have been reports talking about, like, if you're on top of the league, for some reason, they just like, oh, big boy save once again. I'm just saying big boy a lot anymore. I'm going to call small boy save. Small boy save from Davide over there. But there is this post on Reddit, and there's some validity to it, because I've been talking with a lot of the other, like, career mode guys, is that if you're on top of the league, the CPU plays you a lot harder, and they've been getting a lot more draws, and it's a lot harder to score. And I totally have to agree. As you can see, it's like pulling teeth. Another small boy save from David De Gea, Lukaku. Maybe a possible striker that we could bring in. Choices, decisions, what are we gonna do? And look at this, Anthony Martial runs through the whole entire team. And he just didn't bring his finishing boots. He's been in great position this whole entire game, gotten great opportunities, and just cannot find the broadside of a barn over there. Julian Draxler and Saul coming out because we were on a short take from that Arsenal game. Hung-Min-Son and Marion Fellaini coming in. And look at this. Fabinho linking up. Anthony Martial gets it over to the top. It's not that he was. What a touch! What a fucking touch from the big Swede! Oh, Arsene Wenger was talking all that shit. I was even talking all that shit. In real life, he's missing his finishing boots. And in this career mode, he hadn't scored in, I think, like 2 to 3 episodes. Almost like 6 games he was on a drought. And I was like, oh, you know, I saw his stats. He's deteriorating quite quickly. And then he does this. Look at the touch to do in Leighton Baines. And then power it right-footed, top bins. Getting over the monster that is Stecklenburg. And it was going to take something spectacular to go ahead. If you're on top of the league and you're playing up against this fucking monster AI, this enhanced AI, if you will, you need to monster yourself, a big bad wolf. And look at big Zlatan. Zlatan is the difference in this one. And I was thinking, you know, like, we're heading into the transfer window. There are a lot of murmurs of, you know, I'll bring in Griezmann and maybe bring in a striker. And I was like, yeah, you know, Zlatan's been great at the start of the season. He's been, you know, but his stats are, older players just decline so quickly in this freaking career mode this year. And I was like, yeah, I think we might have to bring in someone to replace Zlatan. And right when I thought that, right when Arsene Wenger was talking all that mad mess, look at that, he goes ahead and goes in. Kind of reversing. I had Zlatan on the target man, but that's kind of the idea that you want, is for them to kind of make runs off of each other and play the other one over the top through. We're going to go ahead and train him up. This is our final match of the Europa League, which I'm not all too bothered about, so I'm pretty much going to be going ahead and simming that. As we're doing that, let's talk transfers. Let's talk transfers. Transfers. Rumors. Alright, so I was looking over the squad, and there is a couple of aging issues in here. The players that we brought in have been okay, if I'm going to be honest. I like Mattiello at the backup spot. I think Fabinho is pretty good. I think Saul's been incredible. He's been our best by far. He's been our player of the season by far. Julian Draxler definitely has kicked into overdrive, so maybe that puts a little bit on the brakes of bringing in, you know, Ozil. If I did bring in Ozil, I'd probably put Draxler on there as kind of a pivot for it. Honda and Hung-Min-Son have been quite disappointing. The two Asians just... I mean, Honda's okay in the midfield, but he is 30. He's degrading. And Hung-Min-Son, he has 84 finishing, and you saw he had so many opportunities to put that Arsenal game away. He just doesn't do it for me. You think, come on, Asian brother to another Asian brother, you gotta hook me up. But they just don't come through. Just don't come through for me. Why do they hate me? But we do have a couple of other aging pieces on the block. Valencia is great, but he's starting to degrade. And Zlatan is great. He's starting to degrade. So I'm thinking, you know, maybe Hector Bellerin could have been a good shout. A lot of you guys have been yelling at me. Not the most realistic of transfers, but hell, let's get nuts. If you want to get nuts, let's get nuts. At the striker position, we have Zlatan, we have Rashford. Martial can also play up there, but if we move Martial, you know, as a striker of the future, and we play a 4-4-2 like we've been playing in the last match, then you need a winger. What do we do about Memphis? Do we keep him? I think he's a great player, but I don't know. I'm not really feeling Memphis Depay. I think, honestly, in real life, he needs to move away from Manchester United in order to really grow and get enough play time to develop into the player that he has the potential to be. Mkhitaryan's fine out on the right side. Lingard, we can keep around, but you know, there's definitely upgrades to be had, and maybe like a better player besides Honda, a better player besides Sun, and maybe another backup striker. So go ahead, leave your comments down below. Who do you think we should be bringing in? And this is what we're rocking, a 4-4-2. Very odd. Now I'm playing them offset. In the last game I played them one on top of each other. It was like a straight line. It was like Draxler, Ibra, and then Martial. This one I'm playing them a little bit offset to see if the spacing can kind of help. I'm kind of tinkering. Also, I'm gonna put up a straw poll right here. Would you like for me to do a video giving you kind of a attacking tutorial for career mode? Kind of in the spirit of like an Uvi or like a Dirty Mike. I see them, they always do like formation guides and like attacking guides and crossing guides for FUT, but I thought, why not bring that to career mode? So if you'd like to see that, go ahead, vote in the poll right here. I think I can give you, I'm by far, you guys see the gameplay, I'm by far not the best FIFA player. By far. But, you know, because I'm so shitty, I feel like I can provide useful tips, simple tips to go ahead and up your game into FIFAs. And so yeah, there you go. Now we're into this match up against Crystal Palace. And look at this, a steal away from Valencia getting it. And who else? Zlatan goes in and gets on the board. 2 goals in 2 games. He was on a drought, but maybe he's just one of those streaky players. And he's going ahead and doing the LeBron James dance because he's a big boy. Nope. He's small boy, doing the small boy dance over there, and lovely first time finish, because that's what Zlatan does in the game, that's what Zlatan does in real life, so I'm just going to hit everything on the freaking volley, and what a freaking sweet volley it is, once again putting it far, far away from the keeper's reach, and we're up 1-0 early for once in this freaking career mode. Rashford, go from distance, unlucky! Rashford's been, how many times has Rashford hit the crossbar or the post in this freaking season? It's absolutely audacious. Now look at the dribbling, the majesty that is Anthony Martial, and then Pogba goes ahead and just cocks it up. Just absolutely cucks it up right there. What you doing, son? What you doing? You're a dab merchant. That's all you are. That's all you are to me. And easily could have been 3-0, 2-0 to us, but unlucky with our finishing. Now Rashford sees it going a little bit plain, and Julian Draxler lining up the low driven shot. What a tackle from Johan Kabay over there. And look at this terrible defending. Goes ahead and sees the Korean in on through, but the recovery speed of Eric Bailly forces the Korean to take a poor angle, and that's closing. What a, oh my god, that could have been the goal of the season right there. What a freaking takedown and then fire from Anthony Martial as it singes the top of the crossbar. What an absolute laser beam, a Death Star-esque laser beam. Now Zlatan linking up, this is what you're doing! And there we go, Ander Herrera, a man who is a Manchester United fan through and through. And speaking of Ander Herrera, one of you guys said, you've been changing the freaking captain all over the place for the past couple of games. Who do you want to be the captain? And I was like, I didn't even really think about it. Since Rooney left, I assume maybe Smalling would be the captain, but I'm going to leave it up to a vote to you guys. I'm thinking right now, for captain, it should probably be, you know, Ander Herrera, Valencia, Smalling, and yeah, that's pretty much the 3. Maybe De Gea? I'm guessing they're kind of the more long tenured players. Hell, I'll throw in Zlatan. He's like an elder, and it'd be kind of funny if he was the captain. So those are your 4 choices. Go ahead, vote. Who do you think should be captain of this new look United side? But there you guys freaking go. Full time, 2-0 to Manchester United. And with that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and conclude this episode of the Manchester United career mode. If you want to go ahead and check out the previous episode, go ahead and click over right here. And guys, we are moving the Gamba Osaka career mode. We have moved over to Ajax. I'll be getting a new video out on that soon, but if you want to get caught up on that, go ahead and click right here. And I got the best young fullbacks for you to be buying in career mode. Go ahead and click right here. Alright guys, my name's B-. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day. Remember to stay yourself, stay humble, and be weird.